Hey y'all, this is Food FAQ and I'm Mariella.
And I'm Eric.
And this week we're going back to basic Bitchville, Keter, the place of which you are the mayor.
I'm sorry, the place I'm the mayor of what?
Basic Bitchville.
Oh. Well, yeah, no, it's fall time. And I don't know about you, but in the DC area, the the weather has become cooler and you don't sweat outside. And I mean, it's a little annoying because you'll wake up and it's like 50, and then by the afternoon it's in the mid 70s. So it's still beautiful, but it's kind of like that beginning of fall where it's cool in the morning and then a little bit warmer in the afternoon and then cool at nighttime. But it is very nice. And it's starting to get darker earlier. And I love that time of the year.
I love when it gets darker earlier and people hate it. I don't understand what's wrong with you.
Well, sometimes I feel rushed. Like I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get home and cook dinner. I don't know about you, but I get that feeling where it's like, oh, I'm ready to go to bed and it's like 8:15.
No, which
So
are all things I love, honestly. I love eating early. I'm like old people. I like eating dinner before 7:30. I like going to bed early, which I don't ever do anymore because my husband has changed my circadian rhythm because he's a night owl. But I still enjoy knowing that like the day is done. Like when it's dark out, at least for me, my day is done, which I love.
hey Maddie, your microphone is like really close and loud.
Okay, thank you for telling me.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
I always like putting things really close to my mouth for whatever reason. It's like a force of habit, I suppose.
Um, yeah.
So listen to me. So we're gonna get to this recipe because usually the last time we went to Basic Bitchville, we made nachos, and this time it's Rice Krispie treats.
I love a good
Okay.
Rice Krispie treat. I'm going to tell you something. Rice Krispie treats are one of the best scams ever. Okay. Because
What?
have you gone to like a like a specialty candy shop? Like, not just like, your average run of the mill candy shop, but like, like an actual really kind of cool candy shop. And they'll have like this one section with Rice Krispie treats. And like, they'll sell these big, beautiful, thick bars of Rice Krispie treats. And it's fucking Rice Krispies, butter, marshmallows, and like possibly some flavored extract to
If you're
give it
lucky, who knows what they make it
whatever
with, honestly.
flavor. So I mean, oh, I don't know where you're going, but it's just something. Just I don't know. So, and they'll sell it for like 10.99. So this shit, if you want a Rice Krispie treat, and the way you're gonna talk about it's gonna be pretty cool. Make this shit from home because it takes two
Make it at
seconds.
home. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, every time I make them at home, they're floppy jalopy, or they're not the right thickness, or they don't have the same flavor, right?
I got you.
I think because I've made them in the past kind of with a standard recipe and it's bullshit. It's never what you get at the store. This recipe will yield a store quality product that you can give away to like maybe as like little class presents for your kids, or you can bring it to work to share with the people you actually like. And then, or you can just give it as gifts for Christmas. You can practice now and you can start giving Rice Krispie treats for Christmas. I love a Rice Krispie treat that somebody else
Maybe you
makes.
can give like I don't know. No, that's stupid. I was gonna say
What?
Halloween. No, if I went to fucking someone's house for Halloween, I got a Rice Krispie treat, I'd be fucking pissed.
No, but you can give it to your kids' class. If you have children, you can make
That is
a
true.
cheap, and it's cheap. You just make like maybe double batches, and then you have at least, I don't know, whatever. If you cut them smaller, you can have, I don't know, how many could you have? At least, oh, you could probably do 30 if you were
Right?
smart. Anyway, so, okay, so what's different about these? First of all, they're brown butter because brown butter makes everything taste better.
Yeah, it
There's nothing
does.
made with brown butter that doesn't just yield a better flavor. So how do you brown butter, Peter? So this is what I did. I got an entire stick of butter, 8
Hmm.
tablespoons, because that's what God wants you to do. He wants you to eat butter
I agree.
in horrible amounts. So you get that one stick, you cut it into pieces because it helps it to melt faster. This is what I do. This is my witchcraft. I don't know how you do it. If you just stick the whole bar in there, I don't know.
For to brown butter, I just throw the whole bar in there. That's it. It's
I
done.
thought you would. But me, I cut it up because I feel like I'm
Because you
more in
love extra
control.
steps in life. Okay, go on. It's gonna still melt the same fucking way.
It takes longer, I think. But anyway, it will
Okay,
melt.
baby. Maddie, if you have one
What?
big stick and then you have like five or six little pads, like you're still melting the same amount of weight of butter.
The
It's not going
thickness
to make a
matters.
difference here. It's
The
not going
thickness
to make a
matters.
difference.
If it
Okay.
has to melt through the entire bar versus melting through
Oh
an inch, it's different, friend.
my God. Go on, please
Okay. So
continue
you're
with
gonna
your.
melt. You're gonna melt your butter, and then so you're gonna do this in like medium to high at the beginning, right? And then when it melts and you see the foam developing, lower it down to about medium, maybe one little bit under medium. And you're gonna stir it, or what I do is like I swish it with the handle. I don't really fuck with it too much. I just look at it, swish it, and look at the bottom of the pan because all the solids of the milk are going to start to rest at the bottom of the pan. Once you start seeing them turn into like a nice caramel color, a light caramel color,
Hmm.
stop because it will continue browning in there.
Yes.
Oh, another thing, do it in a big pasta pot. Whatever you make your pasta in, make it in there
Okay.
because this is the other thing you're going to do. You are going to toast your cereal also. Oh, I missed that. So begin by toasting your cereal. What did I do? I got 6 cups of the Rice Krispie cereal and I
Hmm.
put it in a baking sheet and I put it in my air fryer at 345 degrees for like 5 minutes. And then I would toss them about, put it in for another 5 minutes. And it made the cereal extra crunchy and a little bit toasty.
I
Okay.
like it.
So I melted the butter. I went ahead and I added half a bag of the larger marshmallows, melted it, got that going. And then I added half a can of condensed milk. This is the other trick. This gives you an extra chewy, more delicious texture that and a milky flavor that I feel you don't have with just a regular recipe. Yes, you raised your hand?
I did. I raised my hand. So you're adding all this to the pot of your brown butter, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Keep going.
Yes. And I did not turn off the heat because they tell you to turn off the heat, but I used the Big Mama marshmallows
Hmm.
because that's what I bought. So it needed the extra heat to melt it, and it does take longer than the mini marshmallows, but stay with me, guys, okay? Don't abandon the large marshmallows just yet. Put them in there, melt it all the way. You might have like a couple globs here and there. It's fine. We're all going to survive this. Then you go ahead and you put your cereal in there. Stir it all up until it's almost all mixed. And then grab the rest of your marshmallows and hand tear the big guys in half. And just start plopping those fuckers in there. And then you're still stirring. Yeah? And meanwhile, you have an 8 by 8. It's important that you use an 8 by 8. You can't use anything bigger because if not, you're not going to have the big thickums that you want in your mouth. So make sure you grease it also. Spray it generously with some cooking spray or whatever. I have like the butter flavored one because it's just like more palatable, I think. Then you're going to mix all this shit up and you're going to put it into the pan and you're going to grab a piece of parchment paper
Hmm.
and put it up and then smash it down because you want it to become a brick. And you do that until it is all level. Oh, another hand raised. Tell me more.
What size pan?
I said it like 100 times, but okay, 8 by 8.
So sorry. Don't speak Mariella very fluently
No.
once.
Yeah, an 8 by 8. Get an 8 by 8. We have a link in the show notes for just a random 8 by 8 because I tell you guys, we use it more often than not for cookie bars, brownies. It's the perfect size if you like a nice, thick, chewy anything. It's a secret. I think it's a secret that I didn't know until
I
now.
I use 8x8s too because when I cook, it's just like if I don't have anybody over, it's just Ryan and I. So whenever I cook something, I
That's what
use
I
my
thought.
8x8 a lot actually.
I thought it
And
was just for the fabulously gay, but it's not. It's for me too.
we
It's
allow
for
you to
all of
have
us.
it. We allow you to
Yeah.
have it. We welcomed you into the group.
Thank you. Well, I've been part for a
You've
long
always
time.
been part of the group.
All right. I'm not new. Okay.
That's so true. You're an old
So
hag.
that's right. When they used to call us FAG hags, okay, that's still a thing. They don't say that anymore
No,
because
they
it's
don't say
not,
it anymore. We're not allowed to say it. But yeah, I remember
yeah.
that. Called you that many
But
times in life.
yeah. And I mean, okay. So move on from that. Here we go. So listen, it's important that you get this piece of parchment and you like press down with it. Like for me, it takes a lot of like upper body work because I'm short and I gotta hop on it a little bit.
You're
But if
just
you're normal,
little overall.
I know.
You're
If
like,
you're
put it
normal
all the way
size,
out here.
exactly. Do that. Do that. Put all your upper body strength in that bitch and make it nice and smashed. And then I added festive sprinkles on top and then I smashed those fuckers in. And then, Eric, you know what I did?
Tell me.
I got the Malden salt because this is the time where you need to use it. This is the
Okay.
time. You grab a generous pinch and you make sure that every bit of that shit is covered because every time you take a bite, you want to also have that little crunchy salt on top to
Yeah, I
accompany
can see that.
those big, delicious globs of marshmallow that are going to be inside of each and every one of these bars.
I
Eric,
like this. I can see this.
okay? It is so good. Like, and I know I'm talking a lot of like bullshit because it's just a Rice Krispie treat, but these tweaks make it something giftable. Okay?
Yeah, it really does.
You know? So then Then here's the other thing, Eric. You can't just like dig into this shit. You need to like cover it with foil and put it aside. I like to do overnight because it really kind of
Okay.
solidifies. You should do at least an hour if you want it to have any kind of body where it will stay in shape, that you need to wait. And then you just slice those motherfuckers and you eat them and they're fabulous, Eric.
We're going to initiate a drinking game of
Mm.
how many times you say bitch or motherfucker in a recipe. And people are going to be so intoxicated by the end of our 15 to 17-minute little increments on in the podcast world.
Is it just me? Because I hear some of your
I
episodes
don't
where
say any of that.
you don't edit this show, so you don't know.
Well, thank God, because I would leave in all the brutality you put on me. I
The
think this is a really cute
brutality.
idea. And I think what's kind of fun about Rice Krispie treats is you can kind of get like I assume kids can help with this. Because you're not using bacon. I mean, yeah, you got to use the stovetop, and that's something with adult supervision. But I think Rice Krispie treats quintessentially has been like, something like a family oriented type of snack that you can make with everybody. And honestly, they're not my favorite treat, but I've never turned one down. Well, I don't turn a lot of treats down, but a Rice Krispie treat, I've never really turned one down. And I think this is a really nice, and it just kind of levels it up.
Right. And it makes it so that it feels fancy because the ones you buy at the store feel fancy because they're big and thick and they have shape
And it cost you like $10. But
and they're
this, you're getting like the
not.
whole thing for under $10.
Yeah, man, they're not worth it. So yeah, the only problem is that you're gonna end up with half a can of what's that shit called? Condensed
Condensed
milk,
milk.
which is a pet peeve of mine. I really hate
I
that
have
shit.
the same shit when it comes to tomato paste. And thank God tomato paste also comes in a tube and you could just buy in a tube. But did you know if you
Hmm.
read the back of those tubes, it says use within like 5 days or whatnot, like after you open it? But anyways, yeah, that's my only problem. Well, they do make condensed milk in a squeeze bottle.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Yeah, they do make condensed milk in a squeeze bottle.
Well,
So,
back to your tomato paste problem. What you do is, Keter, let me tell you, you grab the tomato paste if it's in the jar, like the
uh-huh.
can.
Yeah.
You put it all into a Ziploc bag and you smush it all the way to the bottom. And then I will put like little marks
Oh, yeah, yeah,
where
yeah.
it's about
Okay.
a tablespoon and then I freeze
Freeze
it.
it. That's
Yeah.
actually a
And
good
then
idea.
when
I
it's
like
ready
that.
to use, I snap it at the little mark where I made it because it's like a weak point and then you can use it
Man,
whenever.
I appreciate that because I feel like I'm like, throwing away tomato paste left and right. I don't know about you, but I'm not the heir to the tomato paste,
Tomato
tomato
paste rich.
paste. Yeah. I'm not the heir to their, kingdom,
The tomato kingdom, Eric.
the
Yes.
tomato
Oh,
kingdom. But that's actually a really good hack. Thank you for that. I like this
yeah.
recipe, Monty, and I think it's something that kids are going to love. And, I think it's also something that you can serve even with friends because it's kind of a treat that no one's expecting. When we
Hmm.
kind of throw parties and we throw gatherings and stuff like that, we expect certain things. And I think something like that, it's kind of whimsical and fun and a little childish. And I like that. So I
I
like
love
this
the
recipe.
word whimsical or like whimsy. I love that word. It's such a fun word.
Remember when you would say the word, what would you say all the time?
I don't know.
We have to go back to the earlier days of our podcast. It was like some fucking word that you would say all the time.
Oh, Gild the Lily. Was it Gild the Lily?
No, guilt, that's stupid as shit. No, it was something else. But I do
This
like this recipe, and I'm really excited for it. And you FaceTime me when you were eating it, and it looked really delicious. So I do like
this
this.
recipe is the epitome of gilding the lily. 1,000%.
Shut up.
All right,
That's
you
not
guys,
even a
we
beat around
love
this
you.
bush.
You sh
Shut up.
you want to beat my bush, but you can't. Okay?
I never. And you had a maybe in eighth grade, but other than that, never. And I was confused.
I was
Okay,
confused.
I was confused.
On that note, don't forget to share us with a friend because that's what friends do.
That's so true.
And don't forget to go to your Apple Podcast player and leave us a 5-star review so other people can find us and laugh like you do. Because I'm sure they're laughing, right? They're laughing
I
at
hope
us.
so. They're laughing with us. They're laughing with us. At you,
Either way,
maybe, but they're definitely laughing with me.
I, gosh, you're such a dick. So, y'all, do that. And we'll see you next time. We love you.
Bye bye.
Bye.